Hey everyone, I thought we would do a discussion on answering our calling, or perhaps maybe finding or realizing our calling. And before I start, as always, I've brought a stone, and today I've brought this, it's a chunky piece of clear quartz, a clear quartz point. And I brought it for clarity, and it's known to show things clearly, and it's also good for blocking negativity. It's good for keeping exactly what you're working on or working with, clarity, and also, protection, and it enhances any other stone or any other tool or any other energy for that matter. And I just thought that since we're going to be talking about our calling and trying to realize what our calling is and understanding our calling, I thought this would be the perfect stone to help, enhance that. And it's just one of my favorite. I say that about each and every one, that they're my favorite, but I just really, truly love stones, and I love them for their beauty, but most of all, I love them for the energies and the properties that they possess. And everything contains energy. Everything. I mean, just a piece of paper on my desk right here, it contains some type of energy. And stones, I always have looked at it like this. Stones are from the earth, and the earth is the most grounding thing there is, the most, clearing thing, and why wouldn't you incorporate something from the earth into any spell work or any type of, energy work or anything at all that you're doing, even as a decoration in your home. Like I said, their beauty, it surpasses. But not only that, the energy and the properties that they have, why wouldn't you put them in your home, and why wouldn't you incorporate them in your spell work? Why wouldn't you incorporate them in your daily life? But enough of me drooling over stones. I just thought we would include the clear quartz point because of the fact that it enhances and it contributes clarity to any and all situations that it's involved in. So we're going to have this sitting up here near us. And I usually have an incense or a smudge or Palo Santos or something to clear my area before I do any spell work, or even just having a discussion, because like I say, I started doing this as a way to reach people in hopes that I could just share something beneficial. But anytime you are trying to do any type of positive activity, teaching, learning, spell work, anytime you're trying to do any positive works, negativity will come creeping in. So I think it's a must to include, some type of instrument or ingredient that will clear you, that will clear your space of negativity. And today I've just got a little bit of spray that I'm gonna spray around us, and it's nothing fancy. It's just an empty bottle that I had, and I had some some moon water that I had sat out, and I also had added a few pieces of quartz in my moon water when I sat it out. So it's really a moon slash gem elixir water, but I also added some peppermint essential oil, which is another good ingredient to use when you're trying to cleanse or clear of negativity. And with the clear quartz, you know, it amplifies everything, and the peppermint oil, it cleanses, and then just the pure strength and energy of the moon, you know, is attached to this water. So I just thought the mixture of all of the ingredients just would make a really great cleansing spray. So I'm going to spray a little of that, and like I said, I just used an empty bottle. In fact, a hairspray bottle. Just rinse it out really well, and voila. I've said this many a times in the past, you know, I'm simple, I'm thrifty, I mean, it's just me, and, you know, magic is within you, and I can't stress it enough. You don't have to go buy expensive tools, ingredients, you don't have to have a big, elaborate ritual. You know, everything you need to perform magic is right here within you. It all comes from the heart, and it's just as simple as I always say. If you accept it and you're willing to believe, you will receive. I mean, it's just, I can't say it enough. It's that simple. And moving on, let's spray a little bit of our cleansing spray. Like I said, it's nothing more than peppermint essential oil and moon water that I had added some clear quartz to. And like I said, you know, you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money, and you don't have to have, you know, the best of the best, because you can use what you've got around your home. And I truly believe that things that you make with your own hands, homemade spells, words that you write, you know, right off the top of your head, right from your heart, you know, things you make, things you mix, you know, you go out in the woods and pick your own herbs, you know, everything that you do and you use your own two hands and it's homemade, those are the things that hold the most power. Those are the things that hold the energy of your very intention. And when you are working with those things, you better believe you have more of a chance of your intention being manifested. But really, no matter what you buy, make, or work with, like I said, if you just only believe, you'll receive. And I'm not going to go on and on about it, but I really could, because it's just such a simple thing to do, and it really shocks me that more people don't do magic. More people don't realize just how simple of an action you could do that would enhance your life so much, you know. But moving on, let's get back on topic, and that is our calling. And I just wanted to start by saying, you know, we all have things that we do well, each and every one of us. And just because you do a certain thing and you do it good, that doesn't necessarily mean that's your calling, but it could be your calling. And I do know this, you know, and like I've said, you know, my grandmother, she has taught me so much. And, you know, I remember a lot of things that she told me as a child and then as a young adult. But we had spoke about this quite a bit. And as I got older, I finally understood and started to realize what she meant. But what she explained to me is because I had went to her when I was probably 15, 16 years old, and I felt lost. I felt like there was something out there for me, or something out there that I should be doing or was meant to do, but I had no earthly idea of what it was. And she explained to me that before we're born, each and every one of us, before we're born, that the goddess, she'll smile upon us. She will literally watch over you as you grow in your mom's tummy. And at one point, when she decides or she sees something in you, or however the decision is come to be made, when that decision is made, she'll smile upon you. And what that means is, yes, she's literally smiling upon you, but what that also means is that when she smiles upon you, that she's got a plan for each one of us. And at that particular moment in time, your plan is decided by her, or your plan is revealed, or your plan is set into motion, meaning what your calling is going to be. And once we're born and once we begin to live our life, and we get to the point where we're physically old enough and mentally able to grasp the idea of having a calling, that's when we'll have to sit down and we'll have to find a way to realize what our calling is. And you've got to stick to the plan that she has in place for you. Yes, we're all gifted with free will, and it's a magnificent thing. We can do as we choose, and if we don't want to follow her plan, we don't have to. And she's such a loving goddess that she doesn't make us do anything. She simply shows us and she teaches us and she offers us, but she doesn't make us do anything. So she's a very, very loving goddess. And like I said, you don't have to follow her plan, but if you're smart, you will. She has your best intentions at heart. You are her child. You are her sister. You are an extension of her. She is in everything. Therefore, she's in you. So she's the bigger picture. She is everything around us. She is everything in us, and vice versa. We are everything around her, and we are an extension of her. So to deny her is actually denying yourself. And why would you deny yourself? But it's not an easy task of realizing your calling, but with everything that we do, we make it hard. Spell work is so simple, but we make it hard. Communicating with the goddess is very simple, but we make it hard. Listening to the goddess, seeing the signs, very simple, but we as human beings make it hard. We don't embrace our spiritual side like we should. We always embrace the physical side, the flesh side. We never embrace the spiritual side like we should. And I myself, I freely admit that I don't. As I've gotten older in life, I do embrace my spiritual side more now, but still not enough. You know, you can never embrace it enough. And I think if we would all, you know, embrace our spiritual side a lot more, we could see things more clearly. We could understand things. We could find happiness. We could find love. And, you know, just like this right here, what, you know, we're discussing, realizing your calling, you know, sometimes, you know, we'll sit and we'll ponder and we'll, you know, we'll think and think and think, and then we'll have regret because we'll feel like, you know, we should have did this and we could have did this, when if we'd have just opened our eyes and looked and listened, but not with our eyes and our ears of our human body, but of our spiritual body, we would have seen it, you know, so long ago. But as human beings, we don't always do that. And that's another reason I'm really wanting to do a video on the third eye, because meditation is key in embracing your spiritual side. But I'm not going to get sidetracked. I know I do, but I'm not this time, just saying. But anyway, like I said, you know, we tend to not open our eyes, and we tend not to keep them open and watch and learn and listen, and that's key in it. You know, that's key in it. And the goddess, she'll always show us the way. Each and every time she will show us the way. And it might not be shown to us, you know, crystal clear, or what we would say crystal clear, but it will be shown to us. And just like this video, for instance, you know, each video that I do, before I start it, I take a few minutes to just gather myself, and then I'll go to the goddess and I'll ask her, you know, to give me the words, you know, show me what it is that I need to say, what I need to think, what I need to just, you know, help me put it together so I can get it out there, basically. And with this video, I did the same thing. And, you know I stumble on my words, and sometimes, you know, I can't get my thoughts together. I can't get my words together, but I'm trying to be as real as I can. And I feel like even though what I do seems to be a mess at sometimes, I truly trust in the goddess that at the end, the point has come across, and that someone out there, just one person, you know, they resonate with what I'm trying to say, or, you know, what I'm sharing with you. And just like this, you know, I spoke to the goddess, and, you know, I asked her to show me, to help me, and this is what came to me. You know, we're trying to figure out what our calling is, and I was thinking, you know, it just popped in my head, you know, intention. Intention is everything. And, you know, the law of attraction, that's nothing more than intention. And, you know, even with this, trying to figure out what your calling is, you know, it's as simple as setting an intention, you know, and you always take everything that you're struggling with, and everything that you're in need of, and everything that you desire, that you want, you know, you take everything to the goddess. And, you know, that is her purpose, is to love us and to help us grow, because she wants us to be as much like her as possible, because like I said, we're an extension of her, and her of us. You know, we're one. And this is what came to me. And some of the things that you can do to help you realize your calling. Well, most of us that practice witchcraft, we have a book of shadows already. Well, I think that maybe you could use your book of shadows, or you could just get a whole nother book, just a notebook, a tablet, anything, just something that you can write on and keep it together, a binder. And, it's your journal. And it's your journal to help you realize your calling. And, each day you'll go to that journal and you'll write in that journal. And it's nothing more than affirmations is what I'm speaking of, but you'll write in that journal, I will figure out my calling. I am embracing my calling. My calling will help people. My calling will bring love, peace, happiness to myself and others. It doesn't have to be those exact words, but something like that. And, you write them each and every day. You go to a page in your journal, you date it, and you write your affirmations every single day. And, I know life gets in the way, and, you got to work, you've got kids, you've got life. And sometimes there may be a day that you just cannot find, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to take to yourself to do your journal, or to even, sit and meditate over it. So pull the journal out and just flip open to wherever or anywhere, and read one of your pages that you've already written. Read your affirmations out loud that you've already written. And in fact, if you want to do that along with writing your affirmations each day, that's even better. And just remember that, always speak positive words. Always write positive words. When you write and when you speak, you speak and you write in the present tense, like it's already happened, it's happening now. Don't write, I hope one day I'll figure out what my calling is. Don't write that. Don't think that. Don't speak that. Write, my calling will bring me happiness. My calling has brought me happiness. My calling helps me to be a better person. My calling completes me. Use as many or as little words as you choose, but just make sure it's straight to the point and make sure it's positive. Don't be wishy-washy about it, because, the universe, it hears those words, and if you put one negative word in there, even if you're not using that word in a negative way, you may say, I need to figure out my calling because I doubt I have one. All the universe is hearing is that word doubt. It's not, doubt. And that's the negative word. And, as we speak intentions, as we speak words, and the universe is there, and we put it into the universe, it goes into effect. And you don't want to throw any negative word out there, because when the universe is grabbing your intentions and grabbing your words and your thoughts, you don't want that one particular negative word to be what is grabbed. You want to use positive words. And that's not just with, in this, what we're doing today, trying to figure out what your calling is. That's in anything, any spell work, any aspects of life. Stay positive, speak positive, because just like I said, with this, and basically it's the law of attraction, likes attract likes. So if you're saying negative things and you're putting negative words out there, you're going to get negative things back, and we don't want that. So, like I said, when I went to the goddess before I did this video, and I asked her to help me and to guide me, and basically the words that I have spoken is the words that she give me, and I don't always put them together right, or sometimes I stumble over them, and sometimes I'm just making a big old mess of everything, but I think I've got the gist of it out there to you. And this is what came to me when I asked of the goddess's help, and that was to let's have a little talk on realizing your calling. And like I said, we've all got one, and sometimes it's not what we think it is. Sometimes just because it's something that we do and we do well, that doesn't make it a calling. A calling is something that the goddess has bestowed upon you to use to help others, to make this place a better place. It's something for you to use in a positive way. It's your gift, I guess you could say, to be able to give back to your brothers, to your sisters, to the world you live in. And, just because it's not a big, grand thing that you think it should be, like, perhaps you're not a brain surgeon. You can't go out there and save, thousands of lives through surgery. You're not a billionaire. You can't go out there and feed all the needy children in the world. Or you're not this great artist that paints beautiful pictures that sells for $10,000 and $20,000. Those are all great, wonderful gifts to have, but just because that isn't what you do, that doesn't mean your calling is any less important. For instance, me, I feel like my calling is probably maybe along the lines of a teacher or a counselor, and that's basically what I do in my job. But the reason I say that is because I enjoy helping people. I enjoy learning myself. I enjoy teaching other people, different things. And of course, I'm a talker. So, I just feel like I'm naturally some type of, teacher, or, I feel like I'm a people person. And, sometimes we'll think we know what our calling is, and then later on in life we found out it's not what we thought it was. So at the end of the day, don't stress over it. Don't think just because what you do isn't, a big grand thing that's touching millions of people. If you touch one person's life, if you touch one person's heart, if you help one person see something differently, or learn something, or just one person resonate with you in a positive way, then you have done what you were supposed to do with your calling. It's not about, glamour. It's not about money. It's not about reaching hundreds and thousands and, millions of people. It's not about that at all. It's about what the goddess has bestowed upon you to share with your brothers and sisters of the world. And like I said, if it's just one person that you can help, one person that you can teach, just one person that resonates with you, you've done what you were put here to do. And believe you and me, you may think that your little contribution is, not doing any good in this big wide world, but I promise you it is. If you can say or do something to help one person in their life, you never know. You might save that one person's life. You might help that one person change their life for the better. You might teach that one person something to bring them happiness. You may help them find love. Anything that you do to change a person's life, to change a person's outlook, to just change a person's mood overall, to make someone happy, that in itself is enough to say you answered your calling. If you have the ability to make someone happy, to make someone just smile, you know, that's all it's about. The goddess just wants us to love. She loves us, and she just wants us to give love in return. You know, we're all of the goddess, and the goddess is everywhere. So naturally, we should all love. We should all be positive because we're all one, you know. She's us, and we're an extension of her. And, you know, like I said, you know, magic is in every single one of us, and it comes from the heart. And no matter what you're doing or what we're talking about, if you believe in it, you will receive. And I don't know how off track I got with this video, but I hope that maybe one person out there resonated with something I said. But like I said, you just believe and you'll receive. And, you know, everything you need to do magic is in you. It's right within your heart. And I'll talk with you later. Bye.